Hi friends, as some of you might know, we lived in the UK for most of last year. While we were away, we wanted to make the most of our opportunity to travel. We asked our UK friends where we should go, and they recommended Bath and The Cotswolds, and so here we are. This video is us exploring both of these places in one trip over a period of 2.5 days. It was completely doable, and we're so glad we went. Come along for the adventure. So we arrived in Bath on a Friday afternoon after work and headed straight for our hotel. We stayed at the Hiding Place Westgate Apartments, which was a lovely space for pretty cheap pricing. The crazy thing about Bath is that at some point in history, the Roman Empire stretched all the way up to this city. While most Roman architecture has been torn down around different parts of the UK, the ones here are preserved, most notably the Roman Bath, hence the name of the city. Even just walking through the city, you can tell that the bridges and buildings have been well preserved. You can definitely feel the weight of history as we were walking around on our first day. On Saturday, we had reserved tickets to go into a few attractions, starting with the Roman Bath. The Roman Bath is a World Heritage Site, and yes, it was actually built by the Romans in 60 to 70 AD. Initially, it was built as a temple of worship due to the seemingly odd hot water available. The Romans thought that it was a local god creating the phenomenon, but later it was determined that the water was coming from a naturally occurring spring, and so the temple was expanded upon to become a bathhouse. It was really cool walking through the site and appreciating the historic architecture. We love history and this sort of stuff, so we took our time to soak it all in.
Say it's fun.
It's not fun.
Is it alright? Does it taste normal? Nope. Tells you everything.
It tastes like drinking water with blood in it.
Ew.
You try it.
Yeah, it's like warm. Yeah, it's weird. Oh. next stop was the Abbey, which was quite grand. I feel like at this point, we've been to so many cathedrals and churches that they all start to feel and look the same after a while. Nevertheless, we're glad we visited to look around. After the Abbey, we continued to explore the city, going through the famous Circus, a series of iconic historic curved townhouses, and then stopping in front of number 1 Royal Crescent, a famous Georgian home and heritage museum. We admired the view for a while and walked down into the Victoria Park and Botanical Gardens, which are full of greenery and statues. Later in the evening, we went to Thermae Bath Spa. No photos or videos were allowed in there, but this was a much needed treat after a long day of exploring. The water used is directly from the naturally occurring spring, and they have different floors with pools and steam rooms to visit. If you're in need of a good pampering, we definitely recommend coming here. On Sunday, it was time to rent a car to get to the Cotswolds. We're Canadian, so we drive on the other side of the road with the steering wheel on the other side of the car, and so it was a very strange experience driving in the UK. I definitely bumped the curb several times, and the route we took to the Cotswolds ended up being super narrow for whatever reason. We barely squeezed through at some points along the way.
You have space on the left side?
For those who don't know, the Cotswolds are a collection of very quaint villages in the UK countryside. Oftentimes, people rent out houses in these villages as their getaway from the busy cities. With the car, we were able to visit 5 of these villages, starting with Bibury, known for Arlington Row, which is a series of houses which make for really cute Instagram pictures. The next stop was Bourton on the water, known for its cute little bridges over the main stream that flows through the village. We also wanted to visit the model village, but unfortunately it was closed the day that we visited. So instead, we hopped into the birdland attraction and peeped at some emus and flamingos before we left. We then made our way over to Lower Slaughter. It was a cute little town, but we primarily stopped here because we had read that the walking trail to Upper Slaughter was a must-do, and it really was. We felt like true Brits being out in the UK countryside and seeing some sheep along the way. After a 30 to 45 minute hike, we reached Upper Slaughter and we made our way to the Lords of the Manor Hotel for lunch. After a nice couple hours relaxing with the perfect views, it was time to head back to Lower Slaughter, and we eventually made our way to our final destination, Stow on the Wold. The town itself was super quaint, but we really came here to get one Instagram-worthy shot. Behind St. Edward's Church, there is this surreal scene where there are two trees on either side of a little door. While we were researching the Cotswolds, this scene immediately caught our eye, and we had to come witness this in person. We had the entire place to ourselves, and it was just magical. If you haven't already, hit that like button so that others can also watch this video too. It really helps us out. We would definitely recommend visiting these places. Grace and I had so much fun. That's all for now, and we'll see you in our next adventure.